welcome to No Excuses. This is my place and your place to live life to the fullest, be happy, be good, be amazing. Today I'm going to share you what I read this last week. I apologize, the dog is eating right beside me and she's a very loud eater. So I actually read 2 books and I sadly enough have a DNF that I just didn't even finish. That's rare for me. The first book I read was The T-Shirt Swim Club, Stories from Being Fat in a World of Thin People. This book is actually written by a gentleman who was over 400 pounds. It actually talks about his experience getting to 400 pounds, his experience being obese, and for somebody that's overweight, it really resonated. I have experienced a lot of those feelings, a lot of that, putting on your t-shirt when you go swimming because you don't want people to see you in your bathing suit, even though we know that the t-shirt really doesn't hide anything, but we try. But regardless, a lot of the stuff he talks about really does resonate with somebody that's been overweight. He did lose the weight and he talks a little bit about it. Most of his book is actually talking about his time as an obese man and living in a thin world as an obese person. Once he did start talking about losing the weight, he did actually have some good points that I really liked. However, this guy was trying to be funny. Notice I said trying. And it fell flat. Let me give you an example, and I'm going to read it from my iPad. Here's what I do when I feel myself spiraling out of control with my eating. I give myself a few days to eat very clean. So far, so good. I try to get a good night's sleep. I'm on top of that one too. I make sure to exercise, or at least walk. I shake the Etch-a-Sketch. Really? You shake the Etch-a-Sketch? That has nothing to do with it. It's an attempt to be funny, which just detracts from what you just wrote. It was the whole way through the book. Seriously. I give you another example. If your body is housing cookies like Santa, you're housing cookies? I don't know. The whole book was like that. Just, he would be giving really good information and really good stories, and then he would throw something like that in. Just that sentence. Or you could shake an Etch-a-Sketch. Really? What in the world? So if you've read this, let me know. Did you find it this way, or was it just me being, I don't know. Maybe I was in a mood. Who knows? Anyway. So that was the first book. Good information, but it was very hard to read, very hard to get past his attempts to be funny because they were falling so flat. Book number 2 was called A Brilliant Life. This book is written by a daughter of a Holocaust survivor. And this Holocaust survivor, was able to manage, and this Holocaust survivor did end up in concentration camps, and she saw horrific things. She was near death a couple times. She was privy to this, she was privy to that. Life was terrible. Yet as this girl's talking, she's like, I never saw my mom be upset. I never saw her say bad words toward the experience. She always focused on the positive. And I'm just like, she always talked about, the soldier that actually did save her, the person that gave her the extra slice of bread, that kind of stuff. And she's talking about this the whole way through, and the stuff that you're seeing that this lady went through was atrocious. So it was interesting because at the end, this lady actually got something from her mother, and her mother makes the comment of, I chose to be happy. Instead of focusing on the fact that I was so hungry and so cold and so whatever, I chose to focus on the person that did give me an extra hunk of bread. And after she was liberated, she chose to focus on the humanity and on the positive humanity that she did encounter during that horrific time. And is that not an amazing lesson? Amazing. We have to choose our happiness. We have to choose to focus on the good and not dwell on the bad. A Brilliant Life, really good book. Last but not least is the book I Shouldn't Be Telling You This. Started to read it and I got turned off right away because I understand what they were trying to do. I shouldn't be telling you this. So they redacted a lot of stuff, big black marks. So you were like reading and you couldn't figure it out because they marked off half of it. They censored it. I couldn't get past it. I read through like the first chapter or so and it was so, and that's what it was. And I couldn't get past it. So I didn't read it. It's rare for me to give up. Anyway, those are the 3 that I read or attempted to read. Let me know if you've read any. Let me know what you think. And if you have any book suggestions, pass them my way. No excuses. I chose to focus on the person that sacrificed them. Zoe. I chose to focus on the person that sacrificed. And after she was liberated, she chose to focus on the humanity that Zoe. And after she was liberated, she